Andrew Media Ward, and welcome to my review for Transcendence, a film which recently just come out to get in advanced screenings at my local cinema. I went to go and watch it with a friend and figured, you know, why not? Saw the trailer for the movie, looks pretty decent, it's got Johnny Depp, sci-fi element story, looks pretty decent. And what do I think? Could have been a lot better for sure. Let's talk about Transcendence.
Why did you black out the sun?
So Transcendence from the director of Christopher Nolan's personal cinematographer, and I have to say the film is basically got a lot of Christopher Nolan type, casting. It's got Morgan Freeman, Clarence Murphy. It's got some good kind of A-listers definitely there for sure. It's got Johnny Depp. It's got some really good famous cameos from other people from other movies, and it's even got one of my favourite actors from the Collector and the Collection in the movie as well for a quick cameo. The storyline of the movie basically follows Johnny Depp's character. He's created this kind of artificial intelligence, this brand new machine called Pin that's going to like completely revolutionise the world. I'm sorry if I said that completely wrong. And he wants to change the world in a sense, and to basically make the world a better place in a way. He gets shot by this kind of group activist called Unplug, and he's slowly dying, and he transfers, his wife and his friend transfers his mind to the computer, and he starts to become an artificial intelligence. And what's going on? Is he a bad guy? Is he taking over the world in a sense? What is going on? And there is a lot of good ideas in this movie for sure. Me and my friend were discussing straight after the movie some of the strengths and weaknesses of it. I think personally, it's not a bad film. It's a 2.5-hour movie, and it's definitely a slow burn. It's definitely not an action movie. So if you're going in, seeing the trailers, thinking, oh, it's going to be an action movie, it's going to be action-packed, really cool, end of the world, takeover kind of thing, Skynet type thing, you're looking in the wrong place. It's a very slow burner. It's a lot of, it's got some good sci-fi elements, but if I'm being absolutely honest, as a sci-fi movie, as a sci-fi fan, it doesn't feel original. It feels like it has no real identity. Now, that could be down to the script, it could be down to not explaining what their science is in a sense. I just felt there's so many things in it, like Terminator references, like Skynet, Dollhouse type references. There's just so many different things, other sci-fi movies and other TV shows, that I just felt like I'm just making jokes here. I'm kind of thinking, well, that's that, in a way. And it doesn't explain its science fiction enough. I mean, there's some really cool elements definitely when he's uploaded to the internet, and there's a really fantastic sequences where he's like helping the police, the FBI kind of thing, track down these kind of group activists called Unplug, and there's some really good elements, good scenes. I like the fact that he can quickly get into a stockbroker's account and drain the money and win, put his wife in a hotel type thing. There's some really good scenes and really good elements to it, but it's just lots of good ideas, and it doesn't really feel like it went anywhere. And by the end of it, I can understand the ending was decent. I enjoyed the ending for what it was, but I'll put that to the side for a second. Now, in terms of characters, now we have Johnny Depp's character, which I felt, I do agree with other reviewers or people that have said he is very bland. It's nice to see him in a non-crazy type role in a sense, but the first 10 minutes he's with his wife, and I don't really feel any connection. There's one or two little scenes which I felt like, okay, he's wife and husband kind of thing, but I needed more of that. And being the fact that this movie heavily relies on the fact of husband and wife type thing, and even especially towards the end of the movie, I just didn't feel like they had a chemistry on set, or they had chemistry at all. And I don't know if that was in terms of the script, or if that was down to the direction they were told to go into, and the way they would do the scenes, the way it came across. It just felt like they were just two people talking to each other. They didn't feel like man and wife, and I think that's lack of emotion. That's a lack of actual character scenes. There's nothing that I can say signifies. I mean, they talk about certain memories and certain things. Like, yeah, that's definitely my husband. That's definitely my husband. But I don't know that. You're saying a memory, which is your first time saying a memory right now. There's not enough scenes for that, and it lacks emotion massively. I granted towards the end of the movie, there's a lot of emotion. There is a really good, strong ending in a sense of there's characters coming together and actually realizing something. And in all fairness, I actually enjoyed the ending. I thought the ending was pretty satisfying in sense of what the outcome, what the film was trying to achieve in a sense, and what the AI computer was doing in a way. But I do agree. Me and my friend were talking about, basically it should have been a TV series, and I think if it was like a 12-part mini series, same actors, maybe explain a little bit more, maybe a bit more clear writing, an hour episode per one, I think it would have come across a lot better. It's a 2.5 hour movie, and it just squeezes a lot of it in, and it lacks a lot of extra stuff. I mean, there's a transition between like 2 years later. For me, if I didn't know that, it would have felt like 2 years. It just would have felt like the next scene. It didn't feel like 2 years later at all. It just felt like it was the next scene. There didn't seem to be any age or any kind of showing any progress of the world. It just, the moment he comes into the computer, it focuses on his kind of secret like little bunker facility that he's doing his kind of experiments and stuff like that on, in a sense, trying to like create nanobots and things like that, and just real science fiction type stuff, and that's really cool. And it's basically that secret bunker and a little town called Brightwood, I think it was, if I remember correctly, and that's it. I mean, Morgan Freeman's character, I didn't know who he really was. Like I said, I mean, they're in it for like 5 minutes in chunks in places. Morgan Freeman didn't really need to be in this movie. He was just, hey, I'm Morgan Freeman, kind of thing. Who the heck's that character? I don't even remember the character's name. You got some really good actors in there, and they have small sections, small little scenes, and I don't really care. I really didn't. And by the end of it, I mean, it's got this organisation called Unplug, and who are they? I understood a little bit of their kind of organisation. Yeah, they want to stop technology. Why? There's little explanation in this movie, and I absolutely agree with all the reviews and what they're saying. Basically, overall, the film has got lots of good ideas. I felt it would have been better as a TV series. I felt as a 2.5 hour movie, it needed more explanation, needed more emotion, needed more direction and character development. The film looked good. The sci-fi elements was really, really cool, and I actually didn't mind a slow burner film. It felt there's some good sequences definitely to it. I love the whole setup with him going into the computer, and there was some generally good scenes in it. But by the end of the movie, I was like, okay, that's it. I mean, for me, it's a movie which I didn't really need to see, and in all fairness, I watched it once now, and I don't need to see it ever again in my entire life. It's a very skippable movie for me. I can't really recommend it. I mean, it's a movie which you're either gonna enjoy, or you're gonna hate, or you're gonna simply forget about it. And for me, it's a forgettable movie. So yeah, folks, that's been my review for Transcendence. I hope you enjoyed watching this review. What do you think of the movie? Do you think it was good? Do you think it's bad? I'd love to know your opinions, guys. Really do. Comment down below. And in the meantime, Andrew TV, signing out.